Isolation is not a punishment. It is the sterile field required for divine surgery. And for a long time, you have been on the operating table feeling every cut, every stitch, believing you were being taken apart. You felt the cold loneliness of the room, the profound exhaustion of the procedure, and you mistook it for breakdown. You thought you were being abandoned. But that was never the truth. It wasn't a breakdown. It was a total system rebuild. The exhaustion was your spirit rebooting the hardware. And the support you were praying for wasn't ignoring you. It was waiting for the upgrade to complete. Right now, the surgery is over. The quarantine is lifted, and a different kind of cavalry is on the way, drawn not to your weakness, but to the undeniable hum of your new power. Chapter 1. The Great Recalibration. Let's be clear. What you have been experiencing is not a series of unfortunate events. It is not bad luck. It is not a test of your patience, and it is certainly not a punishment. It is a mandated, non-negotiable energetic recalibration. This is a spiritual fact. For months, maybe even years, you have felt it in your bones, in your blood, in the very marrow of your being. The exhaustion that felt heavier than sleep, a fatigue so profound it felt like your soul was made of lead. The sudden waves of nausea that had no medical cause, arriving like a phantom tide, trying to purge something unseen. The aches in your joints that mimicked old age even in your youth. The deep throbbing that was your physical structure, struggling to hold a higher frequency. The brain fog that made simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain, where words would vanish from your tongue and thoughts would dissolve into mist. You went to doctors who found nothing, who offered pills for symptoms but had no diagnosis for the cause. You tried to explain it to friends who looked at you with pity or disbelief, their eyes reflecting your own fear that you were breaking. They saw a person falling apart. The universe saw a vessel being emptied to make room for something new. This wasn't a sickness. This was an installation process. Every moment you were forced to lie down, every plan that was cancelled, every time your body screamed no more, it was your higher self taking the controls. It was commandeering the system, shutting down all non-essential programs to free up bandwidth for a massive download. Think of it like a computer installing a brand new operating system. The screen goes dark. The machine becomes unresponsive. It makes strange noises. To an outsider, it looks broken. But on the inside, a fundamental restructuring is taking place. Old code is being deleted. Corrupt files of self-doubt and unworthiness are being permanently erased. New drivers are being installed. Drivers for intuition, for discernment, for unwavering self-worth. And the core processing unit is being fundamentally upgraded. That was you. You were not weak. You were in shutdown mode for the most important update of your life. The isolation you endured was not rejection. It was a divinely enforced quarantine. It was a protective measure to ensure no corrupted files, no external viruses, no low vibrational malware from the outside world could interfere with the upload. The people who walked away, the friends who disappeared, the family who didn't understand, they were not abandoning you. They were being removed from the sterile field by a force much greater than their own intentions. Their frequency was incompatible with the new software being installed within you. Their gossip was a potential virus. Their doubt, denial of service attack on your spirit. Their pity was a subtle poison designed to keep you weak. Their unsolicited advice, a Trojan horse carrying codes of limitation. The divine intelligence running this upgrade identified every threat and erected a firewall so absolute nothing got through. You interpreted this as loneliness, as proof of your unworthiness. It was the exact opposite. It was proof of how valuable the data you were receiving is. It was proof that heaven was not willing to risk a single bite of your new blueprint. In the coming days, you will begin to notice the features of this new operating system. Your tolerance for manipulation, for passive aggression, for insincere compliments, for any form of energetic dishonesty will have dropped to absolute zero. This is not you becoming angry or bitter. This is a feature, not a bug. Your new internal scanner instantly detects incongruence, and your system automatically rejects it. It's like trying to run a 32-bit program on a 64-bit system. It's simply incompatible. You will find yourself speaking a truth, so direct it shocks even you. The words will leave your mouth before your mind has a chance to censor them with fear. This will feel like a release in your throat, a clearing of a lifetime of suppressed expression. You will no longer have the capacity to pretend. The energy it takes to maintain a false persona is no longer available to you. It has been reallocated to power your new abilities. This is the first sign that the recalibration is complete. You are no longer running on the old software of people-pleasing and self-betrayal. You are running on the clean, efficient, and powerful code of divine truth. Your body is no longer a prison of fatigue. It is a finely tuned instrument, and it is finally ready to play its own unique song. The world has been waiting for this music. This is a formal activation. The words you are reading are code, and your agreement is the key that unlocks it. To formalize this energetic contract, you are assigned the following tasks. Like this transmission, to anchor the frequency of the upgrade into your physical reality. It is your amen to the process. Subscribe to this channel to officially join the collective of the anointed. This is not about numbers. It is about building a grid of power. Comment with the divine code 77. This is your energetic signature, a digital stamp that declares your conscious participation in this ascension. It signals to the universe that you are awake, aware, and ready for deployment. Finally, replay this entire transmission in the background. Let it play while you sleep or work. The words will bypass your conscious mind and saturate your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious to align with these truths. This is your assignment. Chapter 2. The arrival of the reinforcements. The second spiritual fact you must now accept is that you are no longer fighting alone. The era of solitary warfare is over. For so long, you were the lone operative, the single soldier holding a critical position against overwhelming odds. You learned to be resourceful, to be resilient, to rely on no one because help never came. You became a master of turning scarcity into sufficiency. This was a necessary phase of your training. It taught you that your strength was innate, not borrowed. It forced you to discover the wellspring of power within you when the world outside offered only a desert. But that phase has now concluded. The signal has gone out. Your energetic upgrade is complete, and your new frequency is now broadcasting like a high-powered beacon across the spiritual realms, and the reinforcements are on their way. Let go of your outdated understanding of what support looks like. This is not about one person riding in on a white horse to save you. This is a strategic deployment of cosmic resources. This is heaven's military logistics in action. The support will arrive on multiple fronts simultaneously. It will be financial, a sudden influx of resources from an unexpected source, an idea that turns into a profitable venture overnight, a debt mysteriously cleared, a check in the mail for a forgotten claim. This is not a handout. It is battlefield pay, retroactive compensation for your service. The universe is settling its accounts with you, and it always pays with interest. It will be human. You will meet people who feel like answers to questions you have been asking your whole life. These are not the draining transactional relationships of your past. There will be no gains, no hidden agendas. The connection will be instantaneous, built on a foundation of mutual recognition. They are members of your soul family, other operatives who have been activated and assigned to your quadrant. They will have the exact skill, piece of information, or resource you need at the exact moment you need it. They won't ask what you can do for them. They will simply show up and contribute to the mission. Somebody might call it a coincidence. You will know it as a divine appointment. It will also be informational. The exact book you need will fall off a shelf. A podcast will play that articulates a concept you've been struggling with perfectly. A documentary will appear in your feed that unlocks a piece of your personal history. The universe will educate you with uncanny precision. The clearing of the landing zone was the most painful part. The people who betrayed you, the ones who walked away, the fair-weather friends who vanished at the first sign of your internal storm, they were not the problem. They were the solution. They were unknowingly part of the ground crew tasked with clearing the area for the real support to land. Their departure created the vacuum that is now being filled by forces aligned with your new mission. You thought you were being abandoned. You were being prepared for an allied force. You must now unlearn the hyper-independence that kept you alive. This will feel like your greatest challenge. Your refusal to ask for help. Your belief that you are a burden is an obsolete program from your old operating system. It must be deleted. In the coming days, you will be presented with opportunities to receive. A stranger will offer to pay for your coffee. A friend will offer help with a project and mean it. An opportunity will land in your lap that feels too good to be true. Your old programming will tell you to be suspicious, to refuse, to say, "I'm fine, I've got it." You must override this command. Receiving is now a critical part of your assignment. Learning to accept grace is your next test, because the support that is coming is not designed to coddle you. It is designed to equip you. It is the ammunition for your purpose, the fuel for your destiny. Rejecting it is the equivalent of a soldier refusing a weapon in the middle of a battle. Watch for the helpers who appear out of nowhere and ask for nothing in return. Their payment is the fulfillment of their own divine assignment. They are the advance team sent to stabilize your position before the main force arrives. Your only job is to lower your guard, open your hands, and learn to say thank you. This is not weakness. It is the ultimate act of faith in the new reality you now inhabit. Chapter 3. The New Energetic Signature. Your upgrade did more than just change how you feel. It fundamentally rewrote your energetic signature. This signature is the invisible data packet that precedes you in every interaction. It is your spiritual identification, your cosmic calling card. Before your signature may have broadcast signals of "help me," "I am wounded," or "I am not enough." It may have had a frequency of apology, of making yourself small to make others comfortable. It attracted predators, manipulators, and energetic vampires who fed on that frequency. It was a homing beacon for the very experiences you wanted to avoid. That broadcast has now ceased. The old signal is dead. A new one is transmitting, and it is broadcasting at a wattage that is shaking the very fabric of your reality. This new signature transmits one clear, undeniable message. I am sovereign. I am anointed. I am protected. This is not an affirmation you say in the mirror. This is a spiritual fact that is now encoded into your very essence. A quiet hum of authority that radiates from your core. You can feel it yourself. A newfound solidity in your chest. A sense of being grounded and centered that doesn't waver based on external chaos. And the world has no choice but to respond to it. You will begin to notice this in small, strange ways. Animals will be drawn to you. Birds might land near you. Dogs or cats might approach you with a sense of calm recognition. They are not responding to your personality. They are responding to the pure, stable frequency you now emit. It is a signal of safety and authority in the natural world. Children will stare at you, not with curiosity, but with a deep knowing gaze. They are less conditioned. Their spiritual senses are more intact, and they can see the light you are now carrying. They recognize the energy of home. Technology may begin to glitch around you. Your phone might act up. Lights might flicker as you pass. Electronic devices might behave erratically. Do not be alarmed. Your frequency is now so high and so potent that it interferes with lower, less stable electronic fields. You are a walking, talking energy field, and the old world is struggling to process your data. The most profound effect, however, will be on other people. Strangers will either be intensely drawn to you or intensely repelled by you. There will be no middle ground. Those who are on a path of truth and awakening will feel a sense of warmth and familiarity in your presence. They will want to talk to you, to be near you without even knowing why. They are recognizing the code you carry because they have a similar code within themselves. Conversely, those who operate from a place of deceit, manipulation, and inauthenticity will find your presence unbearable. Your light acts as a mirror, and it reflects back to them everything they are trying to hide. Your silence will feel like an accusation. Your peace will feel like a judgment. They will become agitated, angry, or defensive for no apparent reason, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or attempting to create drama to disrupt your calm. This isn't just discomfort, it's an energetic expulsion. Your frequency literally pushes their discordant energy out of their own bodies, causing them to manifest this inner chaos externally. They will suddenly remember an urgent appointment or feel an inexplicable need to leave the room. Let them go. Their departure is the system self-correcting. Understand this. Their reaction has nothing to do with you. It is an allergic reaction to the truth you now embody. You don't have to say a word. Your very existence is a confrontation to their entire reality. The awkwardness you always felt, that persistent feeling of not quite fitting in, has now been reframed. You weren't weird. You were operating on a future bandwidth. You weren't an outcast. You were an advanced scout. Now, your signature has become legible to the system, and it grants you a new level of spiritual security clearance. In the coming days, watch what happens when people from your past try to re-engage with you. The ones who doubted you, slandered you, or betrayed you will feel a magnetic pull to test your new energy field. But when they approach, they will not be able to hold your gaze for long. They will stammer, look away, or become visibly uncomfortable. They are attempting to look directly into the sun, and their spirit cannot handle the glare. This is not your victory. This is a law of spiritual physics. Your light is now a verifiable, undeniable fact, and facts do not require anyone's belief to be true. Chapter 4. Decoding the Divine Blueprint. The upgrade was not just for your comfort or survival. It was not a cosmic spa day designed to make you feel better. It was a strategic activation buried deep within your spiritual DNA. A dormant file has been unzipped and installed. This file contains the divine blueprint for your life's true assignment. For years, you have been wandering in a fog of confusion, wondering what your purpose is. You have tried on different careers, different relationships, different identities, but nothing ever felt quite right. It was like trying to use a key in a lock it wasn't made for. You felt like you had a mission, but couldn't find the mission briefing. This feeling of being lost was not a personal failure. The system was offline while the new blueprint was being loaded. You were not aimless. You were in a cosmic loading screen. Now that blueprint is active, the fog is lifting, and you are about to receive your orders. This will not come in the form of a booming voice from the clouds. It will come as a sudden, shocking clarity. It will manifest as downloads of information that arrive fully formed in your mind. You will be in the shower or driving your car, and suddenly the entire plan for a new business, a creative project, or a community initiative will unfold in your consciousness, complete with step-by-step instructions. It will feel less like an idea and more like a memory of something you already know how to do. You will suddenly understand complex spiritual or metaphysical concepts that once confused you. You will know things without knowing how you know them. This is not you becoming psychic in the traditional sense. This is you gaining access to the divine intelligence, the cosmic internet that is your birthright. The skills you thought were random hobbies or passing interests will now reveal themselves as critical components of your mission toolkit. The ability to write, to speak, to organize, to create music, to work with numbers, to empathize with others. These were never random. They were the tools you were sharpening in the dark, waiting for the day the schematics would be revealed. Now you will see how they all fit together into a coherent strategy. You will look at your past and see not a series of failures and detours, but a highly specific and rigorous training program. The difficult boss taught you about dysfunctional systems and how not to lead. The painful breakup taught you about energetic boundaries and the art of sovereign detachment. The period of financial lack taught you about true wealth and resourcefulness. The chronic illness taught you the language of the body and the power of surrender. Every scar is a line of code in your new program. Every wound was an initiation. You are about to become incredibly efficient. The procrastination and indecision that plagued you will vanish. They were symptoms of the old, confused operating system. Your new blueprint is so clear and compelling that taking action will be the only logical choice. You will be filled with a focused, calm, and powerful energy. It is not a frantic, anxious energy, but the steady, powerful hum of a machine that knows its function and is performing it flawlessly. In the coming days, pay close attention to your dreams. They will shift from being chaotic and anxiety-ridden to feeling like training simulations. You will solve problems in your sleep. You will meet guides who give you specific instructions. You will practice new skills. You will wake up with a clarity that feels more real than your waking life. Sometimes exhausted, as if you've been working all night because you have. Keep a notebook by your bed. This is your mission briefing. Do not question the information you receive. Your logical mind will try to argue that it's impossible, that you're not qualified, that it's too big. Your logical mind is part of the old world. It cannot comprehend the new physics. Your job is not to understand the blueprint. Your job is to execute it. The resources, the people, the support you need will appear. As you take each step, the path is revealed not before you walk, but as you walk. This is the new law. Your purpose is no longer a question mark. It is a declarative statement, and your life is about to become the evidence of its truth. Chapter 5. The collapse of the old guard as you are being upgraded. The world that was built on your old disempowered frequency is being systematically dismantled. This is not revenge. This is a natural consequence. It is cause and effect on a cosmic scale. The people, the systems, and the structures that sought to control you, diminish you, or feed off you are now facing an existential crisis. Their power source has been unplugged. For years, they built their little kingdoms on the energy they siphoned from you. Your doubt was their foundation. Your fear was their currency. Your belief that you were small was the mortar that held their walls together. They were parasites, and your life force was their host. They orchestrated your failures to validate their own superiority. They highlighted your flaws to distract from their own emptiness. Their entire identity was propped up by your struggle. Now, the host has been healed. The upgrade in your frequency is like a dose of potent divine medicine that is fatal to the parasite. Your new energetic signature is not just a shield, it is an active repellent. It emits a frequency that is toxic to inauthenticity, manipulation, and control. They can no longer feed on you, and they are beginning to starve. This is why you are sensing panic in the air. The old guard, the narcissistic family members, the controlling bosses, the fake friends, the systemic gatekeepers is in a state of chaos. Their world, which seemed so solid and powerful, is revealing itself to be a house of cards. Their charm, once so effective, now falls flat. Their threats, once so terrifying, now sound like the whining of a child. Your ascension has sent a seismic shockwave through their reality, and their foundations are crumbling. You will start to hear about their downfall not through gossip, but through undeniable facts. They will lose their jobs. Their relationships will implode. Their carefully constructed public images will shatter. Their schemes will be exposed. It will happen suddenly, and to outsiders it will seem shocking. But you will understand it was an inevitability. This is not your doing, and you must not claim it as a victory. To do so would be to drop back into their low-frequency game of winners and losers. You must observe it with a sense of detached, compassionate finality. It is like reading a history book about a war that is already over. You are simply witnessing the inevitable balancing of the scales. Their attacks on you in the past were never truly personal. They were the desperate thrashings of a dying system. They could feel your upgrade coming. They sensed the shift in your power even before you did, and it terrified them. They weren't trying to hurt you. They were trying to stop the wave of change you represented. They were trying to prevent their own extinction. Their efforts were futile. They were trying to stop the sun from rising. In the days and weeks to come, some of them will try to circle back. They will come to you with apologies that sound more like business negotiations. They will offer you crumbs of affection or validation, hoping to plug back into your energy field, even for a moment. They will try to appeal to your old programming of forgiveness and second chances, framing their past abuse as a simple mistake. This is the final test of your new operating system. You must hold the line. Your compassion is for their soul, not for their behavior. You can wish them well from a great distance, but you cannot allow them back into your new world. Your reality is now a clean room, a high-security facility, and they no longer have the clearance to enter. Your new world is a sovereign nation with strict immigration policies. They are not refugees seeking asylum. They are spies from a fallen empire attempting to infiltrate your new territory. Granting them entry, even for a moment, compromises the integrity of everything you have built. The password has changed. They don't get to know it. Your justice is not in their punishment. Your justice is in your own peace, your own success, your own joy. The support and abundance that are now flowing to you are the only verdict that matters. Their consequences are a separate matter between them and the universe. The account is closed. The books are balanced. The old guard has fallen, not because you pushed them, but because you rose. Chapter 6. The language of synchronicity with your new operating system online. Your method of communication with the universe has also been upgraded. The days of desperate prayers shouted into a void are over. The universe no longer needs to use trauma, pain, or crisis to get your attention. That was the old dial-up connection, slow, painful, and often disconnected. You are now on a high-speed fiber optic network. The new language is called synchronicity. It is the subtle, elegant, and persistent whisper of the divine. And it is now your primary navigation system. Synchronicity is the universe leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for you, confirming you're on the right path. It is the art of meaningful coincidences. Before your upgrade, you may have noticed these things occasionally and dismissed them as chance. Now they will become so frequent and so specific that dismissing them will be impossible. It will become the undeniable grammar of your new reality. This is how it will work. You will think of a question, and within hours the answer will appear in an overheard conversation, a song on the radio, or a headline on a website.